marketing plans can cost $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 or more because people skip it and they don't actually write a marketing plan. And then they just throw darts at a dartboard. But what we're going to do, and now let's look at the marketing plan. So we've started to build out our persona, and this is a really long prompt. But what I've done is I've created a prompt. This is what I call the framework here. The framework, again, is the command and instead of instructions that we are writing as marketers to ChatGPT to create an output that's meaningful and usable. This is the kind of stuff that we charge a lot of money for to then start to build all these lists. And I'll show you exactly what it means. But the step-by-step plans, like what are you going to need for, we go in and I'm going to start to create, what is the message to the market? I want 3 to 6 deep emotional pain points, 5 gains that the target audience desires, the value proposition, write a story using the brand hero's journey, 5 specific lead magnet ideas, like you know how you'll sit in brainstorms and you're like, hey, we got to come up with some lead magnet ideas for a cold, warm, or hot audiences. When you and I were working together, that was one of the things we were doing. You could create a set of instructions so it automatically outputs that. And then you can go and refine it, and expand on it. But this is the framework that gives us a specific set of instructions. As a marketer now, you're a franchisee that is strapped for time, strapped for money, and you're like, I don't want to be a marketer. I just want the answer as quickly, as effectively, and as inexpensively as possible. I'm telling ChatGPT, you're a 15-year marketing pro. You have special expertise in digital marketing, AI, and social media. Now you're going to write me a marketing plan. And to help you with my marketing plan, here's a link to my competition. And now we're going to actually use some of the commands I talked about before. Do you have any links to any competitors, or do you want to leave that blank?
We can leave that blank. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So let's get rid of that. If you wanted to, you could go back and say, hey, here's 3 things that three different companies, they're doing something similar that we want to show how we're different and better. To help with my marketing plan, here's the unique selling proposition. What are like 1 to 3 things that are very unique to what you do, Tariq, in your trainings?
Yeah, we are the only company that will not just help people buy a franchise, but continue to work with them until they get it profitable. So one thing to distinguish about competitors, so to say, is every competitor out there, all they do is provide high-level matching services and just match with franchise buyers, and that's it. Then once people buy, their job is done. It's c'est la vie, goodbye, and they really have no kind of vested interest. Another thing that makes us different is we actually provide tools for due diligence to franchise buyers to really make sure that they're reducing the risk and protecting themselves to make the right buying decision.
I even had somebody say, well, geez, I don't know what my USP is. What's my unique selling proposition. We actually had it linked to the website, and then it suggested, so we paused, prompted it and said, what are some of the USPs that you would suggest for me? And asked a handful of questions. And it was like instantly this AI put itself into a marketing consultant perspective and said, well, what's your history with this? How long have you been doing this? Have you had any case studies? And then the person's like, oh yeah, I did this and this and this and this. There's a USP. So if you don't have something in our courses, in our live coaching calls, or even just on your own, you could then say, gosh, I don't know. Can you suggest some? And then I'll give you some feedback on whether that's right for me. So it's really incredible. If you get stuck, it can really help you. To help you with my marketing plan, my 2024 main objective, what would you say your number one overriding objective in 2024? Maybe to help X number of students or X number of franchisees?
Yeah, it needs to be a specific metric?
Ideally it is, because then it can actually back into it and also give you examples of, if you want to help, I'm making up 100 franchisees, we're going to need to reach 10,000 franchisees. Have them, give them this one course, get 10% to take this. I mean, it really can start to break down the numbers for you really beautifully if you do.
Yeah, I would say is to enroll 250 people for the year into our 0 to profitable franchise system.
Act like a marketing expert and manager. Create a marketing plan. Use the following outline in English, in my target language, which is English. Use headings accordingly. I think there might be one more. Nope, that's it. So that took us 5 minutes. Marketing plans can cost $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 or more because people skip it and they don't actually write a marketing plan. And then they just throw darts at a dartboard. But what we're going to do is we've spent just a few minutes filling out what our number one objective is. And so we've got a number one objective to enroll 250 people in our zero to profitable franchise system. And then it's giving us some key in EOS or in traction language. If you're a student of that management system, it's starting to give you the rocks, the main objectives, your main initiatives that they suggest you focus on. These are by no means done. This is where you can go back just 2 times, a couple of iterations, and you can really, really open this thing up. But it's better than nothing. A good plan today is better than a perfect plan tomorrow.
If you enjoyed this short clip from the podcast, you can check out another short clip right here. Or if you want to watch the full episode of this podcast, you can watch that here. And remember, knowledge is not power. It's applied knowledge that's power. Take care. Have a great rest of your day.